المهم ترى معاكم تتجربوا قناة أنا معاكم قناة كونوا ليت إتي عيل ليت قناة عيل مية حنان مية مروان لاتوب أنا وقت الحالي أنا هاي يا هذا هو أنا إتي مروان يعني إتي كده هم أننا نوتنا الدين لعدي إتي قناة هذا قناة واتكابر وطنا مية الدين تاد حيروه oh my god عطيا أتدبت الدور ودي تراتا هذا وطلع ترى هذا توي البنات بيدو تا قالت أني توي بيدو هي تنتاني قالت أرنولد هيا هذا هو بيدو هذا أول بيدو تو كانت أرنولد
Meet Arnold. He had a difficult childhood. Now he's making up for the lost time. Did you know, Arnold, that there are 15,000 nuclear warheads in the world with a combined capacity of about 7,500 megatons? You should also probably know that 5 minutes ago I sent one of them in your direction. There's no point hitting the gas, Arnold. The electromagnetic pulse wave killed all the electronics modern cars are so chock full of. Next, you're going to be hit by the shock wave. Even if this old rust bucket were made of solid graphene, which at the atomic level is even stronger than diamond, and you somehow miraculously survive all this destruction, you're still going to go through living hell. Wake your skinny ass up, Arnold. We need to check how far you are from the epicenter of the explosion. Remember, if you see a mushroom cloud, stick your hand out in that direction and raise your thumb. If the cloud is bigger than your thumb, then you're in the radioactive zone. What a lucky guy. Do you have sunscreen? It won't help, you dumbass. I'm joking. You should run away from here. Fast. Radioactive isotopes in small quantities have already begun to slowly destroy your DNA. How do you feel, my friend? Yes, that's right. It's a good time for a shower. Avoiding contact with contaminated items and using special water procedures can increase your chances of survival. Do you have a water filter, Arnold? Even the weakest radiation will result in progressively malignant tumors. Well, congratulations. You got through a nuclear attack, and you no longer need a Halloween costume. But this isn't the end. If someone in the world launches a missile with a nuclear warhead, a domino effect will follow. All the nuclear powers of the world will let loose their dogs of war. Then comes the real apocalypse, Arnold. The era of humanity is likely to end. You're gonna die, my friend. It's time to get out of this universe. Oh, hell, gosh darn it, Arnold, you put in the wrong address again. You've been thrown back into the universe of robots. So once again, Hello, this is Arnold. Today you will... Today, you will visit a place where no man has gone before. It is the center of the Earth. The center of the Earth is 7,891 miles from the surface. If Arnold gets there, he'll receive the Darwin Award 100 times over. Let's give him a hand. Hey, Arnold, catch! Unfortunately, we'll hear a not-so-cheerful sound when you fall into the liquid layer of the outer core of the Earth. Because, first, you will burn, as the temperature is already 2,552 degrees Fahrenheit, just at a distance of 24.8 miles. And not even a handful of ashes can reach the core, as the temperature is like that on the surface of the sun. And you will be compressed with a pressure of over 300 gigapascals. But we did something special for you, Arnold. We dug a tunnel just for you through the entire Earth. You need not fear either the temperature nor the pressure inside. Assuming that there is no air resistance in our tunnel, you will reach a speed of 18,020 miles per hour. This would be fast enough to escape the Earth's gravity and fly you into space, if you were flying up. You'll find yourself in a state of weightlessness at the center of the Earth, but you will fall further by inertia. And continuously slowing, you will finally reach the opposite end of the Earth 38 minutes after the flight begins, and your speed will reach 0. And if nobody catches you, then you'll fall back again, doing this endlessly, back and forth inside the tunnel. And what could be funnier, Arnold? The Earth is spinning, and you're moving 1,491 miles an hour faster than the walls of your tunnel. Put likes and subscribe to the channel if you think Arnold should stay inside the Earth.
كيف كنت البطاء؟
Meet Arnold. Being an experienced astronaut, he was entrusted with delivering fresh supplies of food.
Okay.
Meet Arnold. He's decided to visit his 200-kilogram aunt, who's just got out of prison. Are you surprised you're the only passenger on board? This Boeing 767 belongs to the most dangerous airline in the world. Right after the company was founded in 2000, passenger on board. This Boeing 767 belongs to the most dangerous airline in the world. Right after the company was founded in 2003, one of its aircraft went off the runway during landing. Passengers received many injuries, but fortunately all survived. Then, again, after some time, one of its planes disappeared from radar half an hour before landing. After 2 days of searching, it was found, crashed into a mountain, and out of 104 people on board, only microbes survived.
Rule number 1 on a plane, always buckle up.
Air density is constantly changing. Imagine this, it's summer. You're flying over a field with a warm breeze blowing up at the plane. Then suddenly the field ends and you start flying over a cold lake. The warm winds suddenly stop influencing the plane and you start going whee! Turbulence will shake the plane and can knock it down by 3 meters. And all of this is happening at a speed of 800 kilometers an hour. And if you're not buckled up during a sudden 2G load, you're a goner. Every single collision with your seat or the plane will break your ribs, twist your arms, break your skull, and then, holy shit, rarefied gas, which flies out of the engine, attracts lightning more strongly than anything on land. But the most interesting thing is that large planes often create lightning themselves. From the tail, an electrical discharge of hundreds of thousands of amps extends into the clouds, and from the nose into the ground. Lightning can break the windshield and disable all the electronics on board.
Hold on, Arnold. Landing's gonna be worse than the stubble on your aunt's head. Oh my God, Arnold. Touch the wheelchair one last time. At your funeral.
Alcatana de Tupana. Ritava.
Meet Arnold. Hey, where'd you get a car? Arnold! You almost killed that bird. Now you have to call a taxi for this lady. Luckily, it was a sparrow and not an eagle. I think your phone just ordered all of the taxis in the entire United States to one place. In the USA, about 230,000 people are registered as taxi drivers, more than half of whom are Uber drivers. All these cars lined up in a row will create a traffic jam with a length of 800 kilometers. 1/3 of New York State will be paralyzed. It'll become difficult to breathe on the streets due to emissions increasing to double the usual amount. And because of that, you'll start coughing, feel nauseous, and might even suffer a stroke. Don't place your hopes on an ambulance, since it can't save you, or the other 3,000 patients who call an ambulance every day. You can take a chance and try to take the subway to the hospital, but the 6 million people who normally drive their cars are already on the subway. So today, there are about 11 million evil, angry, late people down there. Hey, he's the one who caused all the traffic jams.
ولا أكمل.
Criminals have already robbed half of the shops in the city because police can't respond to most crimes. Arnold, I think you'd better get out of the country altogether. There's a place for you on just about any plane leaving New York. People can't get to the airport, and planes are flying half empty. And from this company are losing more than $10,000 per flight. Doesn't Arnold always pay his debts? All the taxi drivers together spent about $15 million just on gas to come pick you up. How in the world will you pay? Arnold, do you really have the money?
لا يا عم ذكرهم دامت.
Hello, Arnold. Did you ever see the film Phone Booth? How about becoming the main character? You're at gunpoint, my gunpoint, and if you hang up the phone, I'll shoot you. Like this. Relax, Arnold. All you have to do is talk on the phone nonstop and live your miserable life. What do you usually do anyway? You watch movies, go to work. Do you even have a job? Of course you do. You work for me, Arnie. You're my bitch. You should keep an eye on the road. Every fourth car accident happens due to mobile phones. More specifically, 1.6 million accidents every year worldwide. This is 6 times more than because of drunk driving. Arnie, it'd be better if you had a drink. Are you listening to me? Arnold, what did I tell you about uninterrupted conversation? Stay on the line. Can you feel how your phone is getting warm? It's all about overworking the lithium battery. Lithium is an alkali metal that dynamically interacts with the environment. You probably bought your charger in a black market where they sell cheap counterfeits. This leads to battery damage and, as a consequence, explosion. Don't worry, Arnie. I'll give you a new phone, all in the name of science. I see you're tired. It's a pity, but you're not allowed to sleep. During the first 2 days of insomnia, you'll feel a slight trembling in your body and have difficulty with coordination. On the 3rd day, your nutritional requirements will greatly increase as your body goes into fat-burning mode. After 4 to 5 days, you'll begin to experience visual and auditory hallucinations. Your speech will become unintelligible, although really, I don't even understand. Burning mode. After 4 to 5 days, you'll begin to experience visual and auditory hallucinations. Your speech will become unintelligible, although really, I don't even understand what you're saying now. And the number of words you speak per day will decrease by 80%. You'll look like a zombie within become unintelligible, although really, I don't even understand what you're saying now. And the number of words you
والله عدد الأدوية أنا مقتل عدد
speak per day will decrease by 80%. You'll look like a zombie within a week, feeble, doddering, and unable to perform even the simplest of tasks. But I don't want to scare you. Tumors, now that's what we're talking about. Do you think Arnold is threatened with tumor formation due to the continuous electromagnetic radiation? Sorry to disappoint you. There's still no reliable evidence of phone radiation causing tumors. Cell phone radiation is non-ionizing and isn't capable of damaging DNA in the cells of the brain, even one as frail as Arnold's. Now, if the phone had more power, let's say 1,000 times more, such a phone will have an effect similar to that of a microwave oven. It won't lead to the appearance of tumors, but in less than a minute, it will easily melt Arnold's brain and body. You'd better watch a different movie, Arnie.
Okay, Didi, أنا مات.
Arnold, pick up the phone. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Tactical sick.
أريد تحبون إيه بعربو حبوبات حتى أني كمل كده.